Carl, defeat in our first home game of the season, what was your assessment of performance?
Performance and result, wrong side of the results. The games against Brackley are like that, they always are. It was very similar to a playoff game here, it was very similar to a Tuesday night game here. They make it a particular type of arm wrestle, they want the ball off the pitch, they want the opportunity to use the long throw-ins which they score from, and it becomes very difficult for you to assert yourself on the game playing the way that you might want to play. But that's where we've got to learn and got to improve, is we need to assert ourselves on the game in terms of our style, and we need to make more passes and move the ball miles better, because I think that game became the type of game Brackley would have wanted it to be. But in the same way, we've had the 5 best chances of the game and haven't scored. So that's where my frustration is at. I wouldn't say a particularly good performance, but certainly don't feel like we've come away. And last week I spoke about a side that deserved to lose a game of football. I don't feel that about our players today.
You said about the chances there were good signs. What positives can you find from this performance?
Just how competitive we were against what are a very, very functional and good opposition at this level. There's a reason they've been beaten in 2 playoff finals, and they're always at the right end of the league. You can get wrapped up in what our expectations are. We haven't got carried away about what our expectations, and we know what our ambitions are, but what's expected of us, any sort of predictions and where that is, it doesn't affect us. We're trying to compete for promotion. We've had a disappointing start, but we've played 2 games. We've had 2 disappointing results, we've had 2 disappointing goal returns, but we've played 2 games. So I have to be really calm and try and be really analytical of Kurt should score, Connell has a header in the first half, Harrison should score from the corner, Tom Pears has one that he snatches across. We've created chances without playing particularly well, but we have to be braver in possession and make passes, and that doesn't mean playing at the back. We need to progress the ball and pass the ball and get players in the right areas, and I don't think we did that. But even so, I don't feel like we've deserved to lose the game today.
There's been a lot of summer signings starting in both games. Do you think those players are still gelling and still need time to work together?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have as much time as you think during that pre-season period. You're limited around what you can do. We saw a lot of good signs in pre-season, seen good signs today, but not what we would want. Let's not kid ourselves and want a better performance than what we saw today. But you can see what we're trying to be: more aggressive, more forward players, more direct, but that doesn't necessarily mean not making any passes of the football, and that's my frustration of you can pass the ball miles. We can pass the ball miles better than we did in the game today. But I think you have to consider how important Deck Weeks is for us, and to lose him at any point of the season is frustrating. To lose him for the opening 2 games for something that went on several months ago, you can see the difference in us around what he does to progress the ball from end to end. So really disappointed, but really, really calm of it's the opening 2 games of the season and we haven't delivered. We don't have any points on the board. No panic buttons, no panic stations for me, but well aware that I saw us a long way away from where we needed to be last week around being competitive and having any contribution to the game. Today I see a side that should have won the game without playing the type of football and the way that we want to play. We should have won that game today by doing better in a moment in our 18-yard box from a long throw and converting one of the 5 glorious opportunities that we have to open the scoring before Brackley had been near our goal.
And back here on Tuesday for the visit of Radcliffe, what kind of test are you expecting?
Another one from a side that should be in and around the playoffs, and I talked around that last week, playing a Spennymoor side that is that 10 wins on the spin for them in the league now at home, one of the hardest places to go in the calendar year. A Brackley side that don't lose many, don't concede many, always at the right end of the league. A Radcliffe side that have recruited over the last 12 months, slightly longer than that, some of the best players in the division, players that walk into sides at this level. And it won't be an easy when we go to Alfred, and when Scarborough come here and Peterborough Sports. It's a tough division, and that's why I have to be calm and not get carried away when results aren't great in terms of 2 games. But I would hope I would be speaking in a similar tone if we'd won the opening 2 games, if we're about to go into a really tough test. So I expect a particular type of challenge, a real attacking unit, a side that want to go forwards, and we will have to be better than we were today. I think we have to have today as foundations around being competitive, which was streets out of where we were last week. But we have to be better in possession, we have to make more passes, that will allow us to be a bit more creative. But that said, in create chances, you have to score. We have to score the chances that we've had today.
Thank you, Carl.
Thank you.